What's up everyone? There is calamity in the Big Brother 27 house after a shocking veto ceremony, and we are here to talk about the fallout from it. Plus, big personalities are starting to clash. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Right, before we get started folks, if you are new around here, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm here every single day giving you the lowdown of every single thing you need to know of what's going on in that crazy house. So whether it's alliances, blindsides, strategies, vote plans, I got your back as long as you hit the subscribe button. And also, hit the like button. It's that tiny little button, that thumbs up that takes all of 0.2 seconds just to click. Literally just a little click right there, and it helps me more than you even know with the YouTube algorithm. And one more thing, I do put a lot of effort into these videos. It takes a lot of coffee to get through a Big Brother season, so if you feel like leaving a super thanks by buying me a coffee, that would mean the world to me. I've also got my PayPal in the description. The link to that is in the description below, so if you feel like buying me a coffee, leave a super thanks or a PayPal. But let's get to the update. Alright gang, we left off yesterday after we found out that Mickey had decided to put Jimmy on the block. What a great move, said nobody ever. I have seen a few people celebrating, saying, yeah, Mickey, she's putting up a big player. And it's like, do y'all realise that Jimmy would have been a vote in her favour for the next few weeks? Whereas there's people who would have put Mickey on the block. That's who she should have targeted. But it turns out we found out that Jimmy actually wasn't blindsided at the veto ceremony. It sounds like when the feeds went down, Mickey pulled Jimmy aside for a second and said, hey, this is going to happen. So then when she did actually say his name at the veto ceremony, it wasn't the complete just shock moment. But that's not to say that it hasn't lit a fire under Jimmy's ass, because it certainly hasn't. We're going to talk about that very shortly. But yes, awkward feel in the air. I think a lot of people on the Big Brother streets have seen a lot of updaters and a lot of viewers in the same feeling of that. What on earth is Mickey doing? She had the whole world in the palm of her hand. To me, I was looking at Mickey as somebody this is somebody who's going to win Big Brother. This is somebody who could join the ranks of the last few years. You know, I was talking about the Hall of Fame, how the last few years, imagine each picture on the wall. There's Xavier, then Taylor, then Jag. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I need to check my throat. And then Jag. And then after that, we have Chelsea. And then I was imagining Mickey's face up on the wall with them. I'm not so sure about that anymore. Sure, she can still get to the end, but that move that she pulled was a rookie mistake, taking somebody out who could be a vote for her. Yes, you turn against your allies eventually, but not this early in the game. We've talked for weeks now about the fact that Vince is solidifying himself as the godfather of this house. He kind of pulls the strings. He's got his hand in almost every single pocket, and nobody seems to even want to target him, and it's absolutely infuriating. I say no one, but Miss Rachel Riley has firmly set her sights on Vince now, and he knows it. He is starting to panic. He knows, because we know Rachel, she can't keep a secret. She will waltz into a room, and I saw earlier when Vince was talking to Jimmy, and Rachel walked in, she was like, I'm sorry, Vince, and then she looks at, I'm sorry, Jimmy, and then she looks at Vince and goes, I don't think I need to talk to you. She doesn't think, does she, socially, Rachel is always making mistakes all the damn time. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. It's good to see Vinny actually have a fire lit under his ass, because he's been able to just sit there and do anything he wants, and everyone's just like, no, I'm just going to put Keanu on the block again. No, I'm just going to put Kelly on the block again. Okay, we'll put Adrian on the block again. Bullshit. Get your finger out your arse and focus on the fact that Vince is actually in charge of this house, and taking him out now is needed. It's needed because it's going to get to a point in the game where it's too late to take out Vince, because he's got too many allies that are winning competitions. It's only going to take to get to just after Jury, and then Zach, Morgan, they can all beast out, and same with Vince, they can all beast out, and then nobody can touch Vince. Get your finger out your arses and focus on the actual target. Rachel is actually doing that. She has firmly locked her sights in on Vinny, and she's not budging. She knows that Vinny is prime threat. And I'll tell you what, you can say all you want about Rachel, but she's actually one of the only people in that house that's actually actively targeting Vince, who is running the show, rather than just going, I'm going to put Keanu on the block again. I'm going to put Kelly on the block again. Get over yourself and make a damn move. In a moment that many viewers found awkward and uncomfortable, Riley was trying to kind of flirt with Mickey, but it kind of might have seemed like Mickey might have been... I get the feeling Mickey might actually be into Riley a little bit. I feel like that was mentioned, wasn't it, in the premiere episode? They kind of saw each other from across the room, even though that hasn't, it hasn't gotten as deep as it's gotten with Riley and Catherine. But, it's... There's something. If you know, you know. But there was a point there, because I think all of the crying that Riley's been doing, and then Mickey's had to, comfort him, like mothering him. That's a trend with Riley. I don't know if you all have noticed that, but he refers to women as bitches and does all that kind of stuff. But then he cries, and then he's like sobbing into the arms of some of the women in the house. Good God. Welcome to daycare, folks. This is Daycare Talks with Tom. If you've got a young one that's lashing out and doesn't know how to conduct themselves, then here are the steps that you... The way Riley is all over Kat, it's like a rat up a drain pipe. And for him to be over Mickey as well, I don't know. I feel like that scenario is way less likely than something actually happening with Catherine, but... Never say never in the Big Brother house, because we got to remember the phrase that started it all. Expect the unexpected. Despite making moves this week that have been very detrimental to their game, Morgan and Mickey have locked in a final 2 together. Do I think that this could come into fruition? It would be badass. I've discussed this, especially when I held them in higher regard before this whole Jimmy fiasco this week. But they have locked in their final 2. That's called the Tea Party. Now, as a British person, of course, I have to applaud that one slightly. But yeah, I don't see, and I want to know anybody else's take on this. Do y'all think Morgan and Mickey would take each other to the final 2? Because I get the feeling that Morgan would sell Mickey out to go with one of the guys. Potentially Zach, potentially Vince still. Why are we doing this? Why is this a theme that happens in Big Brother, where there's like a guy or two that are just absolutely running the show and everybody just kind of shuts and submits and gives them a path to the end? I'm just absolutely blown away. Zach and Vince are going to have such an easy ride to the last few weeks of this game. Unless something miraculous happens by Rachel or Ashley winning head of household at the end of this week, I'm starting to see this as a pick 'em off one by one situation, and then Zach and Vince just get to sit there and really not do a lot all season. But then, of course, you'd have to give them their flowers at the end of the season, because then that would be incredibly dominant if they just didn't really have to do much and were able to just do to the end. But then I think to myself, if there was an all-star season in the future with a few winners, how would Vince or Zach in that matter fare against other winners, because they haven't had to kind of work their ass off as much as the likes of Taylor or Chelsea or Xavier these past few seasons, because they hustled hard. There's a person I missed out there purposely, but I don't know. To me, I just remember with the cookout, that was an incredible plan that they executed masterfully. Nothing went wrong. All 6 of them got to the end, and Chelsea gamed her ass off even when she was at the bottom of the house. Taylor started at the bottom and then ended up at the top, whereas Vince was at the top and remained at the top. And to me, it's starting to feel like that is going to be something that's happening this season. I know I'm talking about this as if Vince has already won the show, but I'm sure a lot of people who've watched Big Brother for a while, just like me, can see that this is already panning out just from the things that are happening. It's that story of, this is a bit deja vu-ish, and I've been here before. Rachel and Jimmy were discussing if they won head of household at the end of this week, that next week only Ashley or maybe Will would be allowed upstairs into their head of household room. Again, social blunders left, right and centre. It's not good move for if you send people to the jury and then you're remembered as the one who didn't let anybody upstairs. I'm sure that'll change. I'm sure they're just feeling in the intensity of the moment from Veto and how everybody's just kind of blindly playing. These people need to wake up. I can't even just... Like, I'm getting frustrated right now. Just even, like... Stop putting Kelly and Keanu on the block. Stop with the same bullshit every single week. Actually make a move. I'm too scared that this person's going to come after me. Well, tough shit. You signed up for Big Brother, so get on with it. The name of the game is to nominate people, and they're going to nominate you back. Whew. Cool, calm, collected. This is my 6th season covering Big Brother. I did 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and this is 27. I can't stand when people do what the house wants and don't want to upset people. You're going to upset people. You're playing with their emotions. We all signed up for this. But I'm going to have way less respect for you if you're trying to, just not setting anyone off. It's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. This pathetic mindset in this game where it's like, I just want to get to the end without upsetting people as much as possible. Okay, sure, that's nice. I'm an empath. I understand that. But this is a game. This is a game and you need to play it. And it's just so freaking frustrating. But Rachel and Jimmy, again, they're talking about winning head of household. I feel like they're probably one of the only people who would go for Vince, especially Rachel. They just need to make the move. And I'm not saying I hate Vince or anything like that, because I know there's a lot of people going, Tom, you just hate Vince. No, it's not that I just hate Vince. It's that I know he's playing the best game, and I hate it when house guests get complacent and don't take out the big threat because they'd rather just put Kelly and Keanu on the block again. Where are the cojones, folks? Help me find them. Every single day now, Riley is trying to get a slice of the action from Kat. I am unsure if she is into him or if she... Maybe she's completely not into him and she's stringing him along, but then there's the other train of thought where we can look at the fact that maybe she is into him, but she sees the cameras everywhere. I saw some stuff about Kat's mom, or Catherine's mom. She tweeted on Facebook. Wow, look at me go. She posted on Facebook in a group about how she said that nobody's ever called her Kat or something in the entire time she's knew her, and so getting used to Kat is something. So apparently she prefers Catherine. So I'm going to try and say Catherine more there. And then she went on to say, but I can tell you one thing: Riley will never be my son-in-law. Mother knows best. Hey, folks. But yeah, Riley continues to try and get it on with Kat. Well, apparently, according to Kat's mom, Catherine's mom, Riley is definitely not her type. So we'll see there. But Riley was still trying to come on to Kat. It's like watching a dog rub up against a human for reassurance, and she's just like, yeah, we're going to settle down now. Yeah, young man, okay. But he was saying, I want to have fun with you every day. She goes, You're my best friend in here. She goes, okay. He says, I won't ever go down in a fight without you. Kat goes, she nods, says, I think I'm going to do my hair before bed. I'm going to bring up an old phrase that all of us have heard before. Read the room. Read the room. The okay and the I'm going to go do my hair should be enough for him to say, calm it the hell down. I think I'm seeing a lot of people make the comparison of Beast Mode Cowboy from BB16, where he just wouldn't leave Amber alone. Apart from people are calling Riley Creep Mode Cowboy. Now, while Jimmy has been put on the block, he is not down and out yet. He did confide in Rachel about his real job, that he hasn't told anybody, how he works in AI. I think it was that moment of vulnerability where he thought, okay, you guys don't have my back. I'm going to go find my real allies. And I think Rachel is a real ally to him, so she could confide in him there. It's so funny because in the preseason, we all thought that was going to be a rivalry, Rachel versus Jimmy, but they're starting to be thick as thieves there, folks. And I'm sure they're going to be friends outside the game as well, definitely hanging out. But he is not down and out yet. He did express the fact that he is going to, I'm going to quote this, folks, I am going to raise effing hell in this house. Jimmy ain't messing around, and if he wins Blockbuster, he's back with a vengeance. While we know that the Heavy Hitters has been an alliance that's been discussed a lot this season, we have also talked about the fact that there are so many cracks within that alliance that it's kind of not really going to come into fruition as a power alliance in this house. But again, just for the sake of gaming, I guess they've made a more core alliance in there of Vince, Zach, Mickey and Morgan, and it's called the Melting Pot. Now, those two coming together from each side, if they actually ran the house together, whoop-de-doo, they would do fantastic and they could make it further. But I can't help but feel like Mickey and Morgan don't have the best interest in their own best interest in mind in the same way that Zach and Vince have their own interest in mind. They've also got Lauren. They're not going to leave her out the equation. And I don't know. To me, it just feels like a save face kind of alliance. It may work for a few weeks, but again, Mickey and Morgan need to realize, stop chasing this, stop chasing these boys, stop chasing this alliance, because they don't have your best interest in mind. And it's so wild seeing them throw their own games under the bus just to kind of get in with that crowd. It might be called the melting pot, but the only thing it's melting is my will to live. These past few days, Ashley has really gotten more stock in this game for me. I have definitely criticised her so far in this game. I'm sure she's very difficult to live with, and I stand by that due to the fact that she talks down to people. She's rude, and I kind of expect everyone to clean up for all of her stuff. It's kind of, she's entitled. That's for sure. That's a foregone conclusion. Not a fan of her that much on a personal level, but on a game level, she's actually starting to show more prowess, because I've seen a lot of people criticising her game because to me, the thing that did it in for me was when she turned around and she was talking to Will about Morgan, and she was like, how dare you talk down to me, you're an effing model and a bartender. And I don't like that. Everybody's trying to hustle and put food on the table, and for her, to think that she's above Morgan because she's a model, get lost. I don't have any time for people like that. I like people who treat each other with respect, no matter what your background is, where you come from, what you do for a living, who you are. You treat people with respect and you don't hold views that are degrading to other people. I don't like that. And she basically actually clocked Mickey so hard with a great read on Mickey's game, and I'm going to read this out. She said, because Mickey's an event planner, just to remind everybody, and she says to Will, she does a lot of confiding in Will, I will say that. She says, for an event planner, she needs to knock that ego down a few notches. Otherwise, I'm going to start event planning her eviction. Ladies, gents, all those in between, I think we found our line of the season. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Stick around for super thanks. We've got quite a few to go through, so you'll definitely be getting some more game insight from me if you want to stick around for that. I had fun doing today's update. It's always fun when I get passionate about what's going on in that game. It feels like one of those turning points where it's either like do something now or forever hold your peace in the pre-jury or the jury house. So we'll see really as these weeks go on if people are going to get their crap together. Vince is doing really well. I'm really impressed by him. And if people don't do something soon, it's going to be too late. So we'll see how that one pans out. But the first super thanks of today, folks, goes to Kimberly the Goat. Thank you so much, Kimberly. Kim saying that she loves Sam more and more. Sam's wonderful. Isn't Sam? It's been so lovely having Sam appear on the channel more. And I'm so glad that you all have taken a liking to Sam, because you all finally get to see a glimpse of the person I fell in love with. So yeah, Sam is fantastic. Thank you so much, Kimberly the Goat. We've then got the wonderful David Cushmore. I'm going to throw David's up on the screen right now, so if you want to pause it, you can read through it. And yes, me and Sam did watch SummerSlam. We had a lot of fun doing that. Night 2, that was intense. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, then the return of Brock Lesnar. It was a big one. It was a big one for sure. I was a little bit crushed inside that Cena didn't win, but seeing him pass the mantle to Cody was a really wholesome moment. And I will certainly grab myself some Starbucks and M&Ms. Thank you so much, David. Next up, we've got the wonderful Kathleen Branham, always a supportive light on this channel. And Kathleen says, thanks for working so hard and giving us our first song of the season. Yeah, I saw that you guys enjoyed that one. Mickey was stuck in my head all of yesterday. Seriously, for the rest of the day, I was like, all I could hear was doom, 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 doom. Oh, Mickey, you're so fun. It was just on loop in my head all freaking day, and I'm so glad that you all enjoyed that. Thank you, Kathleen. Next up, we've got the wonderful Sharon Devoto. Thank you so much, Sharon. I appreciate you, my love. Have an amazing day. Sending you a big hug, my darling. I appreciate you ever so much. Then we've got MC Tash, another bright light on this channel. I always love seeing you in the comment section. You're always there supporting. And MC Tash says, song, clap, 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 clap. Thank you so much, Tom. And lyrics on screen. Gonna thank Sam for that one. Actually, that was me. That was... That was me, that one, but I'm not surprised why you thought Sam was doing that. Sam's, of course, injected so much great stuff into this channel. So, also, MC Tash says, feels like summer officially. Hope you all are well. We are well, and we're sending love right back at you, my darling. Have a great one. Next up, we've got the amazing Soldier Girl. Soldier Girl, it's the first time I've seen you this year, I think. Thank you so much, my love. It's great to see you again. I know you were supporting last season a hell of a lot. So good to see you back. Say hi, don't be a stranger. I appreciate you leaving a super thanks there. Next up, we've got the wonderful Marie Carnley, always so supportive on this channel. We love Marie at this channel. Marie, have an amazing day, my love. You are such a generous, kind, amazing lady, and I feel very appreciative to have you as one of my viewers, and I feel honoured to say that you're a fan. So thank you so much, Marie. Always been very supportive of me and pushing me on. That really helps. It really does. Next up, we've got the wonderful Emma Hines. Emma, what's up, my friend? Emma says, OMG, guys, the songs are back. That was everything. Giving you a virtual round of applause for the lyrics and song choice. I couldn't help myself. I really couldn't. You know, that's a banger, that song. And of course, we have a house guest called Mickey, who's head of household. It's a no-brainer. Thank you so much, Emma. I appreciate you, my love. Have an amazing day. Mwah. Then we've got the wonderful Paula Block. Wow, y'all came through with the super thanks yesterday. It must have been the song that brought y'all out. Thank you so much, Paula. Paula says thanks. Paula's also a member of the channel. Paula, I appreciate you, my love. Have an amazing day. And I hope you got a big smile on your face right now. Have the best day / evening wherever you are in the day when you're watching this. We've got another one from David Cushmore. Thank you so much, David Cushmore. I appreciate you. Then we've got Lisa, who says, thanks. Love the song. Been waiting for it. Well, Lisa 06810, I appreciate you. And I'm glad you enjoyed the song. I had so much fun making it. Have an amazing day, Lisa. I appreciate you. Then we've got the great Karen Fouracre. Karen Fouracre says, thanks for the song. Thank you, Karen, for the super thanks. I appreciate you so much. Warms my heart to know you enjoyed the song. Have an amazing day, my love. Then we've got Super Christian Mewell. And Super Christian Mewell says, I was hearing you praising BB25 and I was like, wait, you serious? Wait, you for real? Are you on crack? Then I turned my phone and saw your face. Yeah, I ain't a fan. I ain't a fan of 25. If y'all can't tell, that is possibly my least favourite season of Big Brother. Okay, maybe not least, but it was a sloppy season. Sari and Felicia were pretty much, and America. I liked America as well. And there was some good pre-jurors with Heisam and Izzy, but they didn't make it far enough to be able to cement the season as a good one for me. It was just sloppy season, terrible gameplay as well. Mama Fee and Felicia were Mama Fee and Sari were the only ones I was rooting for towards the end. But yeah, and Super Christian Mewald also says, shout out to BB25 and the worst winner, Jag. You said it, not me. What a waste of a HOH for Mickey. Also, Morgan, I love you, but for the love of... Please get your head back in the game, or you're going to lose points faster than your highest hit score on Apex Legends. And Zach isn't even that cute. I know she's not going to read this, but let me dream. I'm guessing somebody's got a little bit of a crush on Morgan there. Thank you so much, Super Christian Meworld. I appreciate you, sir. Have a fantastic day. Sending you a big hug. Appreciate you, sir. Have a good one. And then we've got the wonderful Susan Nelson. Susan Nelson, I appreciate you, my love. Thank you so much. You're the last one on the list for today, so thank you. So last but certainly not least, Susan, I appreciate you, my love. Sending you a big hug and a kiss. Have an amazing day, my love. Thank you for your super thanks. But folks, wow, that was overwhelming, the amount of love and support there. I appreciate that ever so much. The postcard wall is coming along fine. If you want to join the postcard wall or surprise me with any mail, here is the address to send it to. I'm really hoping to get one from each state. So seriously, I'm looking at you guys. If you're in, states that are less populated, maybe if you're in the middle of the Midwest, Hawaii is further out, Alaska's further out. If you're in those states and you're watching me right now, please consider sending in a postcard. I would hope to get one from every single state. I will be doing a mail video soon, so I'm waiting for those postcards and packages to pile up because they are quickly. And I'm going to do a video solely dedicated to them, to opening mail. So if you want to be there for that or want to be a part of that, then get your postcards in, get your mail in, and I hope to hear from you you soon right to this address. But thank you so much, folks. I appreciate every single one of you for continuing to support me on this channel. Please consider leaving a super thanks or leaving something at my PayPal. I do have a few PayPal that came through. I'm going to do those tomorrow, so I just want to make sure everybody knows that. I'm not ignoring those, and I've seen those come through, but we're going to do those tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope that you're all staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.